Debt doesn't just empty your bank account. It changes how you think. It changes how you decide. And over time, it changes who you become. If you've ever wondered why money stress makes smart people feel stuck, overwhelmed, or exhausted, this video will explain why. And more importantly, how to break free. Your brain doesn't see debt as numbers. It sees it as danger. Unpaid bills, loan reminders, overdraft alerts. Your brain processes them the same way it processes physical threats. That constant pressure activates your stress response. Not once, not occasionally, but every single day. And when stress becomes chronic, your brain shifts into survival mode. You stop planning. You start reacting. Here's what's happening biologically. Chronic financial stress raises cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol weakens memory, focus, and emotional regulation. At the same time, the part of your brain responsible for logic and long-term thinking, the prefrontal cortex, becomes less active, and the amygdala, the fear center, takes over. That's why you avoid checking your balance. That's why budgeting feels overwhelming. That's why impulse spending feels comforting, even when you regret it later. This isn't a character flaw. It's a neurological response. This is where many people get trapped. Debt creates stress. Stress impairs judgment. Impaired judgment leads to short-term decisions. And short-term decisions create more debt. That loop keeps repeating. And the longer it runs, the harder it becomes to think clearly. This is why telling someone to just work harder or just budget better often doesn't work. You can't out-discipline a brain that's under constant threat. Many hardworking people are doing everything right on the outside. They wake up early. They show up. They try to stay responsible. But mentally, they're exhausted. Because survival mode steals your future thinking. It makes tomorrow feel too far away to matter. It makes relief feel more important than progress. And without addressing the mental load of debt, effort alone eventually burns out. One of the most damaging effects of debt isn't financial. It's emotional. People don't talk about money stress. They hide it. They carry it alone. And shame keeps the brain locked in silence. When you feel ashamed, you isolate. When you isolate, stress increases. And when stress increases, clarity disappears. This is why so many people suffer quietly, even when help is available. Here's the shift most people miss. Before you fix your finances, you must reduce the threat your brain is experiencing. Start small. One bill, one payment, one clear list. Progress, not perfection, tells the brain it's safe to think again. Write everything down. When debt stays in your head, it feels bigger than it is. When it's on paper, your brain regains control. And wherever possible, automate decisions. Fewer daily money choices mean more mental energy for better ones. Debt doesn't just drain money. It drains dopamine, the chemical that fuels motivation. That's why you feel tired even when you rest. The solution isn't spending to feel better. It's rebuilding healthy reward systems. Movement, tracking small wins. Structure, clarity slowly restores confidence. Confidence restores momentum. Here's the truth most people need to hear. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not bad with money. Your brain has been under pressure for too long. And the moment you understand that, the moment you stop fighting yourself, things begin to change. Because clarity always comes before control. If this video gave you clarity, don't keep it to yourself. Someone you know is silently struggling with money stress. Share this with them. And if you want more content that explains money through psychology, not shame or hype, subscribe to Wealth of Mind. We don't just talk about money here. We talk about the mind behind it. Comment clarity if this resonated. And remember, rebuilding starts in the brain.